Guys, I get the privilege to sit down with Mike Smith today.
He's the lead singer in a local cover band, the Q-Cats.
We're going to talk about the impact music's had on his life and the special connection that he has with Stevie Wonder. Mike.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing?
Good, man. Good. Thank you so much for being my very first guest.
Thank you for having me here, man. I really appreciate it.
You know, we've known each other for a little while now, and I just thought if I had a person in my life that was patient and was willing to put up with my unpreparedness until I could get things worked out, I was like, man, Mike is the guy. And so, again, I appreciate it, man.
No problem. No problem. I'm ready.
Right on, dude. So how long have you lived in St. Louis?
I've pretty much lived in St. Louis my whole life, born and raised.
Okay, gotcha. And so when it comes to the music scene, you know, what have you been exposed to?
You know, fortunately, man, I've been exposed to just about any and everything that you could possibly think of. I've definitely been in the rap scene, the rock scene, R&B, pop, the whole nine. So I've run the full gamut of the music scene in St. Louis, and it gets a bad rap sometimes, but I love it.
Yeah, me too. I really do too. I love the diversity. You know, like I used to be when I was a kid. I remember people asking me like, you know, what kind of music I was into, and I felt like whatever my answer was labeled me. I never was sure how to answer that question, but it wasn't until I was, you know, joining the Q-Cats with you. Man, that really opened up my eyes to things because I realized the musicianship that went into it, and Stevie Wonder, for example, like, you know, the Q-Cats do a phenomenal job with that. The amount of chords that Stevie does is insane. Yes. Well, so what drew you to Stevie Wonder? Because I know you said you had a deep connection with him.
So everybody is quick to say, well, because you're visually impaired, that's why you gravitate towards Stevie. That's actually not the case. So as a kid growing up, we used to take these trips to Memphis. My uncle lived in Memphis, my mom's brother. And so every summer we would go down there. Well, this particular summer, I think I might have been like 8 years old. We're headed down Interstate 55, headed to Memphis. And we stopped in Sykeston to get gas. And so we're going into this gas station, and mom's paying and getting snacks and stuff, and I immediately go to this like little spindle. And you know, back then where they would put all the tapes, cassette tapes, on these spindles. And I'm sitting up there looking, and I'm going around, and this one pops out, and it's Stevie Wonder, and it's Songs in the Key of Life. And it's a double cassette tape back then. So you know, this is long. And so I look at my mom and I say, Mom, I want this. She says, well, you got your own money, so you sure you want to spend your money on that? Yes, I want to spend my money. This is what I want. So we go, we get it. I give my mom my money. I'm smiling, I'm happy. And we get in the car. And I had heard Stevie Wonder songs before, you know, so I've always kind of liked Stevie Wonder. But I feel like it was this particular album or this tape or whatever is what really solidified me. That's the moment that I fell in love with just music. And we sat there, man, and we listened to that tape, both tapes, because it was a double cassette, and we listened to it going all the way down to Memphis and coming all the way back. That's all we listened to was this, and I was just hooked. I knew that music was going to be in my life forever after that.
And you were 8 years old?
8 years old.
So then, full circle with that being that you're struggling with you said you have glaucoma. So now you have this even deeper connection. Like you said, most people would say, oh, it's because you're blind, and you're saying it's not. But at the end of the day, just the fact that you still do have that connection, what does that do for you?
I think it really, I think you're right. It gives me a deeper connection. I think it gives me a deeper appreciation for music in general.
So discovering that record, I mean, is that where you kind of found your voice, or could you always sing? Or
so in my mind, I always thought I could sing, but I wasn't sure. Nobody knew I could sing for real. Until I was in high school. And I'm in high school, and it was a song called Broken Hearted by the artist Brandy. And me and this other student, her name's Tia Bird. Hey, Tia. We were singing that song walking down the hallway. And then everybody stopped in the middle of the hallway. They just stopped. And they're turning around looking at it. And at this point, I'm nervous because I never really sang out in public like that. And I wasn't even really singing to garner an audience. We were just singing because we're just silly like that. Everybody stopped and they're like, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God, what? Oh my God, what? So I panicked and I took off running.
Oh gosh.
But then everyone was like, no, you're really good. And I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. But then that's when I'm like, okay, I guess I might be on to something.
And I always joke that you're a hype man because you know how to get those people. Like we'll get in there and it feels dead, and you're like, you'll get in there and you start bringing people out of their shells and get people moving.
Having to be that front man like that, like I am with the Q Cats, it forced me to be more engaging with the crowd. It forced me, and that's the thing too. Being visually impaired, I'm so glad y'all see it. I just base it off of the noise that people are making. Because when I'm looking out in the crowd, it's funny because people will think, I felt like you were singing to me. No, I didn't even see you.
Yeah, right.
I feel like I get most of my energy from you guys. It is something when you get on a guitar solo and you are up there shredding it. Then it makes me feel like, okay, hold on, if Nick bringing it, okay, I gotta bring it. Because I don't want to be the one that was like, that song could have been better if Mike would have sang it better.
So when I called you and I was like, hey Mike, I got this idea for this YouTube channel. I really want people to have a story that goes along with a song that really impacts them, And I love when I call people, because a handful of people that I've already called instantly knew their song. Like right away, they were like, oh, got it. And I was like, okay, cool. I was like, well, think about a story, get back with it. No, I already got the story. And so when I called you and you already had Pastime Paradise.
Pastime Paradise is a awesome song because it touches on social issues. If you listen to it in the original recording, you got the orchestral, and then the choir kicks in, and then you got Stevie Wonder's vocal. How when he comes in, it's just this. He's so serious and he's so locked in, and then and then as the choir kicks in the background, and it's just building and building and building, it's an awesome song.
Yeah, for sure.
To me,
yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. Well, hey, we got our own version of it.
Yes, sir.
So let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right.
Been spending most their lives living in the pastimes paradise. Been spending most their lives living in the pastimes paradise. They've been spending most their lives living in the future from behind. Been spending most their lives living in the pastimes paradise. Why are we so blind to see that the ones we heard are you and me? Separation, isolation, deprivation, mutilation, degradation, segregation, mutilation, aggravation, degregations of the evils of the world. Been spending most their lives living in the pastimes paradise. They've been spending most their lives living in the pastimes paradise. They've been living most their lives living in the future from behind. They've been spending most their lives living in the lost edge from behind. Tell me why, oh so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me. Oh yeah, future's paradise, living from the lost that's from behind. They've been spending most their lives living in the pastimes paradise. I messed up.
Man, Mike, so you're the first one on Cover to Cover.
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. What an awesome cover that ended up being. So tell the people where they can find you.
They can find me at Mike Wonder Music everywhere on Instagram, TikTok. It's Mike Wonder Music. MIC Wonder Music.
Very nice. What else, babe? So then I just go to me to close it later, or what do you think?
Why don't, like, from where you're sitting,
Yeah.
Look at the camera and be like, thanks so much for watching Cover to Cover.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching Cover to Cover.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying not to laugh. I gotta not look at you because
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be honest and be like, I'm new at this, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. I'm new, I don't know what to do.